Good strong spray to run out. Wow, that was even faster. Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. We're still talking about showers. I must have a fixation on that some of you are stinky or I'm stinky. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit. It might be time for a shower and washing your hair, and there's all kinds of things. I am not a big believer in showers. I think you can stay perfectly clean. I can stay perfectly clean with a washcloth, a basin of water, wet wipes. That's good enough for me. But these things work super, super well to take a shower. And so if you don't have one, I think you should at least consider getting one. And the Kensum's $43. Between 30 and 40 is really common. Over here is an Ivation. And I believe they kind of created the whole thing way back, oh man, 5 years ago, maybe more, 6 years ago. And they were the market leader and they kind of dominated the market. And they're very good. I know a lot of people that bought the Ivation and were very happy they lasted a long time. So these two are both USB driven. In fact, both of these have a battery in them. So this drops down into your bucket, and this is actually your battery for the USB, and it has the USB port on here. So you just plug this into the USB, it charges, and you don't need to have it plugged in. It has a separate battery. This battery never goes in the water. And this one is the exact same, and I'll show you. Oh, it's got a little different shower head. I think that's cosmetics. So this is the pump. It drops down into the water. This is the shower head, and it goes, it does your thing. This is the external battery. This cable comes out of the pump. This drops into the water, and it has an attachment point here where it goes in here, and it comes with a cable to charge, and it's the same cable that goes on here, which means it's proprietary. You have to use their cable. It's USB on one end, it's USB-A, but it has their proprietary plug-in. So this one is $30. This one is $43. The Kensum right now is $43. Okay, now this last one is 12 volt. This is not USB. And I was hoping, and I didn't know, that's why I bought it, that it would actually be stronger because it's got more voltage going through it. But I won't know until we test it. But it's actually 12 volt, meaning you have to have a cigarette lighter plug to use it. Very similar, has a shower head. This drops in the water. And then it has, I think, by far the longest of all the hoses. So that is a really long hose. I like that a lot. So this just has a cigarette lighter plug, so you're going to need a power station or something else to plug it into. And it's 20 bucks, by far cheaper than anything else, which is kind of weird. Now this is this Reliance is a really common water jug, and I'm sure they will all go down yet. And so, but just be aware that they may or may not go into your water jug. Yeah, that one will drop right in there. So next we'll test them. I'll put 2 gallons in one bucket, use these devices to transfer it over, and we'll find out how long it takes so that we'll know which one's faster than which. So now we're going to do a test. I have 2 gallons of water here. I'm going to pour, there's a gallon, and I'm going to pour another gallon in here. That'll be 2 gallons of water. And then we're going to just see how long it takes to pass them back and forth. Okay, so this requires 12 volt. So I have a power station here that I'm testing. All right, there's 2 gallons of water in here. We're going to pump it into here, keep the timer. When it's done, I'll pour it back in here and do the next item. That strikes me as a good stream. And it also has a bar here which allows you to adjust it. Now it's closed, but it doesn't close completely. Now I'm going to turn it up. But it works fine so far. It's the 12 volt. But that's a good spray, you know. we'll do a spray comparison against the side of my ambulance, which really shows it. Starting to suck air. We got a good spray. Getting less and less and less. I can hear it sucking air. So this is the Kedsum, and the Kedsum is $43. But this has worked really great for her for a long time. Again, we have 2 gallons of water. We're just going to transfer it over to here, find out how long that takes. It's a good strong spray. 131. Wow, that was even faster. Yep. Good. So this is the Ivation. Same thing, same exact situation, same exact 2 gallons in here. We'll transfer it to here and see how long that takes. This Ivation has a different shower head. The only one that, the feature that is actually different that I think would make a difference is the 12 volt one has a way to slow down the current, the water flow. And so I think it might have an advantage there because you wouldn't use as much water as quickly. Just stopped. Just hit the water at 157. Okay, so next we're going to do, I want you to see the spray, and I think it's pretty good. You can see it against the my ambulance green. So this is the 12 volt, and let's see what it looks like. I think that's a pretty good spray, and it is controllable. So I can, you see how, well, it will go off. It'll just leak a little bit, and then I can turn it all the way up. So that's good. I think that's really good. So just to show you how long the hose is, it's on the ground in a bucket, and it goes way above my head. So it's a long hose, and the hose to the 12 volt is very, very long. I mean, it's probably 20 feet. It's amazing. So this is really good on hoses. It does have good water control, and adjustable is the best of all. So let's do the next one. This next one. This is the 12 volt. So next we will test the Ivation and see how it does for its spray. And you see it's a wider spray. As far as the length of the hose, it's also really tall. I mean, if you were going to put this up on a tree and spray it down on you, that's plenty of hose length. So the hose length is quite good. And it's good spray, and we'll try the Kedsum next. Next, we're going to do the Kedsum. Oh, by comparison, it's not any better. It's a narrower spray. Yeah, it seems fine. Seems like a good spray. As far as the length of the hose, again, it's on the ground in the bucket, and it's not quite as long. But I still think it's enough. The hose is on the ground, and you can get it above it. You can certainly see I'm lifting it right there. I've lifted the hose out of the water. But that's plenty of height. It's usable, but it's not as long a hose as the others. So if any reason you are too short, although I think they're all plenty long enough, you can just take any old box. I happen to have a milk crate here, or you could take another 5-gallon bucket and turn it upside down, and just, and there you gain another 10, 12 inches or more, 14 inches. So if you ever do have a problem, that solves it. So we've tested the time to see which one's faster. We've shown you the hose, the pressure, and we know all the hoses are plenty long enough. So which one is best? I'm not sure I would tell you any one of them is the best. One disadvantage, the Kedsum was the fastest and had good water pressure, good hose, good shower head. The one disadvantage to it is it has the biggest of all of the pumps. So you might have a bit of a problem with a smaller water jug getting this down into it. A minor problem, but if you happen to have a water jug that this won't go down, it's a pretty big problem to you. But it was the fastest of all of them. It's got a good shower head, good length of hose. It's great. You won't regret buying the Kedsum. The next one that was next best was the Ivation. It was a little bit slower. I liked the shower head on it. The length was good. It's good. I might think of them as the reliability leader. Finally, we had the 12 volt with the cigarette lighter plug. It's got an enormously long cord. So you might think, well, what am I going to plug this into? Well, you could plug this into your vehicle and still take it to the back. It's really amazingly long cord. It's got a very long hose. It's got a small, this probably is the smallest of all of the pumps. The pump is outside and separate. That's good. And it's 12 volt. Maybe that's good or bad. No battery. This doesn't have a battery. These two both have a battery. You charge them up, and then you can just take them anywhere you want and take your shower. Pluses and minuses there. The biggest plus is that it's adjustable. You can turn the water down so almost nothing is coming out. Say you just want to rinse off really quick and you don't want hardly any water coming out, you can do that. Or you can push it back all the way up and get full spray. So which one's better? You can't go wrong with any of them. On price alone, the 12 volt is way ahead, and I'm not sure why. It's 20 bucks. And so it's quite substantially cheaper than all the others, and I would buy it for the savings. The Ivation, because they've been in business the longest, it is $30. So it's 10 more than the 12 volt. And then finally was the Kedsum, and it was $42.99. Now they'll all be going on sale occasionally. They'll all have a coupon occasionally. Just watch them. If you're buying on price, then by far the best was the 12 volt at 20 bucks. It worked perfectly fine. It's 12 volt, and that could be a problem. You're not going to go wrong with any of them. I think the middle road, the Ivation, is probably the one I would choose. All right, I think that's good enough. That gives you my ideas about these. They're all fantastic. If you want to shower, they're all great. You will not regret buying any of them at all. We're also going to have a tint review of shower enclosures. So right up here will be a shower enclosure video. Okay, I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and always, always, always remember, die with amazing, wonderful memories and no regrets. And don't die with, oh, if only I would have, if I could have, I should have. So live your very best life today. We'll talk to you later now.